Welcome to lesson 16, day 16. I have no neutral thoughts. Good job coming back. The thought about coming back is not a neutral thought. The thought about whatever the fuck is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thought. So there you go. There you have it. My personal cliff notes on today's lesson. So I have thoughts all over the place today. I have a release of ego thoughts. I have higher thoughts coming in. I have like brainstorming thoughts coming in. I have more holy thoughts coming in. I have random ironic thoughts coming in, all kinds of thoughts. I also have a couple thoughts where I keep forgetting to tell you things, and so I need to do that right now. First of all, in the description box, I think I edited this description for this one for sure, and maybe previous ones, but I can't be held accountable for that responsibility. But from this point on, there will be a link. The last link goes to my Patreon page. I'm just using a page there because it's the only place I know where I can upload PDFs without paying for it. I mean, I did have to sell a portion of my soul to be part of that website, but that's fine. The notes, I'm putting them in a PDF summary like every 13 or 14 or 15 lessons. I'm just gonna clump all those together. So if you would ever want to flip through them, you can do that. If I want to do that, Sadie, I'm suggesting that if you ever re-listen back to these videos a couple years from now, go read your notes. Remember who the F you are, whatever it takes. Okay, so anyways, that's that. Was that the only thing I needed to tell you? I don't know, but here's what I really want to tell you. Remember how I ordered the 30-day listen and receive program, and it was supposed to be delivered not until Tuesday, but it came Saturday. So anyways, I didn't even open it yet. I just literally ran down and got the mail, and I just want to show you. Here's the little, this is just an invitation to their weekly support group. There we go. Yes, thank you. I'll remember to do that. And listen and receive. Your inner teacher is there for you. So there it is, little pinky pink. Isn't that cute? All right, so I just want to open it in front of you. Do you have time? It's Saturday. So here's some irony. I decided to work Friday night so I could have more time Saturday to be productive. And so far, this is like later than I've ever done a video, and I'm like just all over the place. So anyways, but I just want to show you, here is the disc, and it has some cards to go with it. Yeah, my light's banging because it's like, it's in the afternoon, but it seems really dark. And then there is 4 books. Week 1, Week 2 says you will find joy in it. 3 and 4. So anyways, this will keep me busy for 30 days. And it's like, oh, I love it. It's so old school. And there's some place to journal, which I'll like, it'll be a decision for me whether I write in this or not, because this to me seems like something that like I might want to share with a friend. I might want to reuse again. But anyways, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to check it out. So anyways, I wanted to show you that it got here, and it comes with a disc. And yes, I just want to see the cards. They're like kind of, there's like a little pocket. Here's the 4 little cards. So each week has like a thought to think that you focus on. And I'll just read you week 1. Week 1, I know that no outer circumstance can deter me from my one and only goal, to wake up to myself by listening to and receiving from my inner teacher. So I'm excited, you guys, because in my own personal life, I just seen another miracle from the Holy Spirit. Like literally, I just witnessed in my own personal life. Again, we'll just put that there. Again, you know, when I give it over to the Holy Spirit, that's when things get easier. That's when things go up a notch. That's when things feel gooder. So I'm getting my confirmations again and again and again, and I hope that you're getting yours too. All right. Do you want me to procrastinate some more? Okay, fine. I'll show you the book. And then I got this book. It's called From the Christ Mind. And it's like, I love the way that feels, you know? And I have no idea what this is about. I just saw it and thought, well, I read the review from these two Robert and Mary, and they really recommended it. And I was like, if they recommend it, I might like it. Here's the contents. Truth returns, the arrival of truth, the end of time, beginning again, the rise of truth, the pursuit of truth, the time of change, love, the way back, the return of wholeness, truth and freedom, the peace of God. See, it's like right up my alley here. So anyways, they highly recommended this book, From the Christ Mind. And yeah, I'll keep you posted. So anyways, I'm excited because this was like a gift of love to myself. I thought that was still stuck on my shirt. And you know, that's a pretty nice gift. I mean, what's better than books and 30-day programs connecting you to your inner guidance? I mean, what could be better than that? I don't know. Maybe maybe a cookie. I have no neutral cookies. I gotta really like slide over so we have room for the cookie. All right, so it's Saturday. I'm digging my Saturday vibes here. There are no little thoughts. That's what today's lesson says. There's no little thoughts. A neutral thought is like basically impossible. And the whole point of this lesson is for us to realize that our thoughts are powerful. Even if we don't think they are, even if they're going by unnoticed, they still have energy, they still have power. Even if it's a meaningless thought, it can still have an effect on our world. And so anyways, let me read you, on that note, let me read you the notes. So yeah, lesson 16 really got me thinking. It definitely got me thinking. You know, your thoughts either extend the truth or they multiply illusions. Your thoughts are either going to feed into peace or feed into war. Your thoughts are either going to be love or they're either going to be fear. It's like at all point, we need to basically take each thought and look at it and be like, is this extending the truth or is this just multiplying illusions? Like that's one thing that we can do. Just be like, what the F am I thinking? So yeah, I offer you that contemplative, reflective question for yourself. What the F are you thinking? We have to pay attention to our uneasiness, and we really need to be aware of our thoughts. Like really, really, really aware. Okay, so then I decided to go hang out with Tina Jesus, like I always do. And Tina Jesus for lesson 16 was talking about, like, you know, we are trained in winning and attack and being right. Like society is very competitive. It trains us. It gets us going all the fucking time. And when you attack, argue, and fight, whether in your life or even in your own thoughts, because remember, thoughts are energy. You are planting seeds of war. And you're like, whoa, like, right? Like, what are you talking about, Sadie? I do not plant seeds of war. Well, Jesus said you do. Jesus said that if you are trying to be right all the time, if you are attacking, if you are only concerned about yourself and winning, and you're arguing all the time, just, you know, want to get that trophy of being right, that's basically the same frequency of generating negativities that lead to war, right? So it's like this war machine that, you know, this matrix reality is that we live in, without us even realizing it, it gets us to practically voluntarily plant seeds of war all the time by us being argumentative, attacking, hateful, revengeful little buggers. Like even being competitive, like I'm the best and you suck, that adds to the same frequency of generating negativities that are essentially planting seeds of war. So Tina Jesus was pretty intense today. And that's all I wrote down. All right, the pathways of light, which I'll read to you here in a little bit. For the lesson 16, I have no neutral thoughts. They really just so beautifully went into even meaningless thoughts have an effect, and all thoughts have power. And so, yeah, they said a lot, and I just was letting it sink in like a sponge. And it's like everything I see in my life is a result of my thoughts. Wow. Big wow. Big flippity flop and wow on that one. Like, really, like everything? Yeah, bitch, everything. Yeah, bitch, everything. Listen, if you can't lovingly call yourself bitch, well, that's a you thing, okay? All right, so yeah, everything I see in my life is a result of my thought. Like everything, as I'm looking up at the cracked ceiling, lighting up the place. Yeah, everything. Everything that we see in our lives. There's no such thing as idle thoughts. You cannot leave this thing unattended anymore. I think that's probably what the biggest takeaway for me with lesson 16 has been today. I cannot leave my mind idle, unsupervised anymore. No more. No. Because every single thought I have is going to either contribute to truth or illusion. So I kind of need to be in there for a while regulating. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, you know, we don't want to keep on extending like things that we don't want to, or multiplying. We want to extend truth. However, we can still multiply illusion. We can still multiply nothingness. The math in me is like going, what? So anyways, I think, do we close our eyes today? Yeah, we close our eyes. Whatever thoughts come in, like we don't disregard any of them, even if they're little. There are no little thoughts. There are no idle thoughts. Every single thought we've got to decide, is it benefiting? Like, is it extending truth? Is it love? Or is it multiplying illusions? Is it war? Is it fear? And I don't know about you, but I want the peace. Do you not want the peace? Look, don't get my hand started. She will come and get you. So all your thoughts, you say, my thought, like it's anything. My thought about the beach is not a neutral idea. My thought about car insurance is not a neutral idea. My thought about subjecting my children to my parental opinion is not a neutral idea. See, like if I open up my mind, like I get like weird stuff come in. So just be prepared for like little thoughts, big thoughts. Where the heck did this thought come? And we're going to say all of them is not a neutral idea. And then if something is like super arousing uneasiness, I'm just quoting the book here, arousing uneasiness, like something that like causes you like, you don't like that, then you say like, this thought about forced vaccinations is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. That's the exercise. So you custom tailor it to whatever you want to think about, but there is no exception to the fact that every single thought has effects, whether they're little, big, whether you want to try to say they're powerful or weak, little or big, they all have effect. So, and they're either merely true or false. So those that are true create their own likeness, and those that are false make theirs. So it's like really like, I'm liking the lessons more because I want to create a reality and an experience for myself that I enjoy. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? But you've got to recognize your thoughts are never idle. Your thoughts are powerful, and they are having an effect on what they make more of. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook Lesson 16, Insights. I have no neutral thoughts. There is a tendency to believe that if something is meaningless, it has no effect. This lesson is making it clear that this is not true. Being meaningless does not mean being ineffectual. To the extent that the thoughts I hold in my mind are meaningless, I am unaware of what has meaning. Meaningless thoughts are a barrier to recognition of meaning. Likewise, separation is a barrier to love. Since all real meaning is love or oneness, separation from love is separation from meaning, and therefore meaningless. Though separation is meaningless, it is clearly not ineffectual. The whole world we see is the effect of belief in separation. The pain and loss, devastation and death we see in this world is the effect of believing in separation, even though separation is not real and is therefore meaningless. This lesson is making an important point about the power of our thoughts. Our thoughts reflect our beliefs. If we believe in the meaningless, our thoughts will show us a meaningless world. This meaningless world stands as a barrier to the recognition of reality, of love. This is why it is important that we learn to recognize the difference between what is meaningful and what is meaningless, what is real and what is illusion, what is true and what is false. We cannot do this alone. We need help from outside of the meaningless thought system of illusion with which we have identified. That help is in our minds, our inner guide and teacher, the Holy Spirit. A Course in Miracles could be called an expression of the Holy Spirit. It is a tool available to us that we can use to learn to distinguish between the real and the unreal, the meaningful and the meaningless. In this lesson, it acknowledges that we do not recognize the difference as yet. We need continued instruction. The Course does not expect us to learn it in a flash. It is important that we not place this expectation on ourselves. That is one more ego play to foster guilt and discouragement and thus keep its foothold in our mind. Persistent practice will bring great rewards of peace and lasting happiness. It will lead us back to the love that we search for and that we are. Jesus is being very helpful to me with today's lesson. I really need to practice remembering that everything I see is the result of my thoughts, with no exceptions. I also need to hold the awareness that every thought I have is either true or false. My thoughts either extend the truth or multiply illusions. I have no neutral thoughts. Because I am not always aware of my thoughts, it also helps me to pay attention to how I am feeling. If I am feeling uneasy, there is a thought that I am holding on to that is creating my experience of uneasiness. Every thought has an effect. Every thought brings me peace or war, love or fear. This is a very practical and useful lesson. If I am consistent in remembering that I have no neutral thoughts as I go through my day, it will help me see the destructive thoughts that are still residing in my mind. When I see them, I can then take them to my true self and ask for a corrected perception. I feel that this practice is the key to my awakening. This work of recognizing the thoughts that are going on in my mind is how I can let go of habitual thought patterns from the past. It is how I can implement positive change in my life experience. Everything I see is the result of my thoughts. Wow. This means I am not a victim of circumstances outside me. This means I want to pay close attention to what I am thinking. Every thought I hold is creating my experience. I do not want to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant. I see that it is very important that I recognize that they are there in my mind. This is the first step towards recognizing that they are unreal. Once I see that they are there, I can turn them over to my inner teacher, because I do not want to continue multiplying illusions. I do not want to contribute to the experience of more war or more fear. I want to extend peace and the love of God. I want to experience the peace and love of God. Today's practice helps this occur. pathwaysoflight.org. I'm so excited to do this, you guys. This feels like such a... Did I ever tell you that I am in love with pathwaysoflight.org? Okay. Well, I love it. And this seems like such a sweet gift to myself. And yeah, like I'm hoping to drag a local friend or two, or like everybody I know along with me. Yeah, it's adorable. There's like drawings, and it seems like really like straightforward. Day 1, quieting your mind. Day 2, recognizing the decoys. And there's even a duck on there. So I feel like they made this for me. All right, so anyways, you can order one on pathwaysoflight.org. They have a weekly support teleconference call on Tuesday evenings. All are welcome. You know, it's like where did these angels come from? Where did all the angels in my life come from right now? Like, what beautiful people. I just think that like if you have anything beautiful going on in your life, and now that you know that all your thoughts have an effect, let's give a little shout out to the beautiful things and people in our lives and things that we're excited for. And, you know, anything you do in your life, think of it, as my friend David Lynn says, invest in yourself, right? So invest in yourself. I think that's good. You know, like when you do the lessons, you're investing in yourself. When you get something for yourself, like a book that's gonna fucking change your life, you're investing in yourself. When you hang out with me for 30 minutes every day, You're investing in yourself. So anyways, thank you so much. And thanks for continuing to show up. Well, Brad does anyways. Thanks, Brad. See, we have to take a minute to like just appreciate the people that we're helping and that are helping us by encouraging us to keep going. And it's like sometimes you don't even realize the impact that you're having on people or the impact that you're having on yourself. And that's why we have to observe ourselves and recognize our thoughts and watch them, because there are no idle thoughts. They all have an impact. They all are doing something. So I'll leave you with that. What the fuck are your thoughts doing? What are you thinking about? If it ain't good, then here we go. Now's our opportunity to change it or neutralize it first. This thought about whatever is not a neutral thought, because I have no neutral thoughts. But it's like in that moment, that to me seems like if it's negative, I'm like kind of neutralizing it by taking away its power, because now I'm aware of it. All right, I don't mean to run you in circles, but I've been hanging out with A Course in Miracles. So I like literally can't help it. All right, bye.